Yeah. All day long. White man just ruling. You niggas with attitudes, who you fooling? Who you fooling out here? You ain't fooling me. I mean, are you fooling anybody else? I don't know. Because you're not fooling me. And hopefully you're not fooling anybody else. Now, I know we got some punk-ass motherfuckers around here. What up, Ray? I know we got some punk-ass motherfuckers around here that are in politics. I get it. Elected officials. I get it. And I put the pressure on all the black people that voted for these clowns, and y'all ain't saying shit and just letting shit happen around you. You know, I really can't talk about Ann Arbor as I drive through Ann Arbor, leaving up out of Ypsi. I really can't talk about Ann Arbor because Ann Arbor ain't got no black politicians. I mean, city council, nothing. We know the mayor ain't black. And anybody else that is in a political space, they're not in a political space of power if they are a black American. Now, you will find some people of color somewhere around in there. You will find some people of the LGBTQIAAP up in there. But you ain't got no black Americans in Ann Arbor politics. We ain't talking about Ann Arbor just right now. But the ones who are still around and still trying to do things, unfortunately, they're in these church communities. And the churches don't do shit. Black churches in Ann Arbor don't do shit. They're not politically active. They're not politically empowering. So they're not doing shit either. So they're cast aside as well. I mean, you got some old writers in some of these churches. Second Baptist, Bethel. You know, you got some old writers that might have been about something politically back in the day. They really not. They too old now. Let me just call it what it is. And I'm not being insulting when I say so. They just don't have what it takes. We need young people out here doing this shit. Hell, I'm too old. I'm too old to be out here. A Batman Jeep. He put a lot of money into that motherfucker. It's a Jeep Wrangler, and it's all Batman. I mean, it looks sweet, but he put a lot of money in that motherfucker. And he got money, because that ain't no bullshit custom job. That's like a real custom job. I digress. To be black out here and just keep falling for the okie doke, but then you want to boss up. You want to always boss up when some shit happens. Niggas with attitudes, who you fooling? Y'all don't want to get the people out of position and put the right people in position, but you want to bitch. What you bitching for? What are you bitching for? You help put motherfuckers in office, then complain when they don't do shit for you. I am totally 100% convinced that it was staged in Ypsilanti to get Mayor Beth out of there. I am 100% sure now. After talking to Karan Gaines, that gave me motivation to go talk to some other folks. And one of the things, because I went back and listened to the interview with him, I didn't quite understand the whole protocol of that and the way it was set up and how she really had no allies for it. You notice the LGBT people didn't even come out. They didn't even come out in support of her. There was some staged shit in Ypsilanti. It was staged. And the problem with that is, now what you got? You've got a 70-plus-year-old mayor who's been on city council for over 2 decades, ain't moved the needle one bit in 2 decades as a council member. So what's she gonna do for you mayor-wise? Corporate-wise, she connected? No. Statewide, is she connected? No. What is she connected to besides just the city council seat itself? And I know some motherfuckers gonna get mad at that, but pull up. Because see, I tried to talk to Ronnie, and I tried to talk to Ricky, and I tried to talk to Bobby, Ralph, and Mike. Johnny hadn't come along yet, motherfuckers. I done tried to talk to all the Ypsilanti politicians to ask them shit. And the ones who stepped up, stepped up. I got more coming. We really want to talk about the city of Ypsi. I don't just want to talk about the township. I don't want to just talk about Washington County. I want to talk about the city of Ypsi and how has it advanced since Mayor Beth got sacked. I'm still calling her Mayor Beth. Absolutely. Because she got taken out the pocket for a fucked up statement that she made. They knew it was a fucked up statement. But goddamn, when you think about it, that statement that was made was true. It was true. Now, Ypsi sits and it's back on its knees, back on its knuckles. I just looked at something and I'm so sick of this bullshit propaganda that every time somebody donates some shit, and this ain't got nothing to do with Ypsi, it's all over the world. Our world, United States. I don't give a fuck about what happens anywhere else but America. I'm an American, so I can't fuck with nobody else's territory. You know, I know when shit be happening in other places, I'll be like, you know, pray for so-and-so and pray for so-and-so. Y'all don't see me say that shit no more. Because don't nobody pray for us. Who's praying for the detriment of black Americans? Who's praying for the detriment of descendants of slavery? Freedmen. Who is praying for us? Ain't a motherfucker praying for us. I don't give a fuck. Hell yeah, it's the old edition. You know, they ain't the new edition. And them two clowns got Ypsilanti fooled. Well, really, they don't have Ypsilanti fooled. They was just two of the slicker talkers, so they was able to get up there with their big block suits and gaiters on and shit, and they got elected. Now they not doing shit for Ypsi, and ain't nobody saying nothing. And the ones who could say something, oh, that's my boy. That's my homie. That's what y'all niggas did about Jerry. That's why Jerry got reelected, because he's your boy. He's your homie. Ain't doing a motherfucking thing for black people. Watching all My Brother's Keeper, lick my ass, nigga. Watching all fucking My Brother's Keeper ain't keeping shit. You got a motherfucking pandemic coming. These motherfuckers out here making rap albums and shit. Are you fucking kidding me? How many of those motherfuckers are gainfully employed with jobs? Because some of them was of age where they got kids or they got kids coming. Are you putting them in any type of academy program where they can get a career, maybe in law enforcement or in something where they can get some type of substantive income? Fuck a rap album. I don't give a fuck about no rap album. Bitch ass shit. Always trying to cater to the culture. How come the culture don't cater to us? You motherfuckers got it so twisted out here. White man just ruling. Niggas with attitudes, who are you fooling? You fake ass clown ass niggas. You goofy motherfuckers gonna let another couple years go by. We're gonna be sitting up on 2022 real soon. And then what you gonna do? What's Ypsi gonna do then? Y'all gonna vote Lois back in? Nah, they ain't gonna vote Lois back in. Somebody's already gunning for Lois's seat. Well, whether Lois knows or not, her political career is probably over. Whether she knows it or not. And I gave her the opportunity to come on the BlackWatch. But they want to ask a whole bunch of motherfucking questions that don't matter about shit. You come on, you get asked the questions. They should be able to see all the other fucking drops that I did. I don't be asking no out-of-pocket shit with no politicians. But see, when you scared and you ain't got the answers, your ass gonna stay on the sideline. You don't want to come get with this. You want them old sawshoe ass niggas. And you goddamn right, I'm pissed about this shit. Because it's in my fucking village. I don't give a fuck how long you lived in Ypsi. I've been in this bitch 50 years. Who on city council got 50 years in Washington County? Anybody on Ypsilanti City Council got 50 years in this bitch? Holla at me. But you motherfuckers want to get out here for play. I just saw this shit though. They got a black girl holding a black baby, talking about Ypsilanti just received its biggest gift ever. Its biggest gift ever from these philanthropists. Like almost $2 million. It's a black girl holding a black baby. So I'm thinking it's going to be some shit for black people. Single black mothers. Hell, married black mothers. Shit. It don't matter if you're single or married. Median black family worth $1,700 in this country. The average black family in Ypsi ain't worth $1,700. Look it up. 40 to 50% of Ypsilanti's black population is living under the poverty line. But y'all motherfuckers worried about a goddamn Black Lives Matter mural. Eat a dick twice, nigga. But the thing, you see the black girl with the black baby, you thinking it's gonna be some real shit. I was thankful and I was grateful to whoever those two people are. I'm gonna acknowledge them when I slow up because I got their names. But they gave this money. They gave this money for 6 organizations. 6 of they said their favorite organizations. Now I don't know if these people have passed on or if it's just an endowment that they donate and they still living. They want to see it bubble. I don't know. I really don't know the logistics of it. I'm more concerned about the false propaganda that was put out there that it looks like it's gonna help black folks. But it ain't there to help black folks. You got a young black girl holding a black baby, and I'm thinking, okay, what kind of program they done put out? Because the way I look at it, it's just a program. It's just a program, and there ain't that many black people in Ypsi, so even if it helped them all, the money ain't gonna really help them all. And that ain't reparations. So I ain't gonna never be thankful about no cash gift given to an organization to spread out to other organizations, because that ain't reparations. That ain't recompense. That ain't redress. But seeing that baby, it baited me. I clicked it. And when I opened that shit up and read it, I'm like, this ain't even got nothing to do with black people. So what you put the black girl with the baby, because it wasn't a black girl with a black boy and the baby. It just showed the black girl with the baby. What's that perpetuating? Single black mothers. What's that perpetuating? Black daddy gone. See, people don't understand. When I look at shit, I don't really look at shit. I look through shit. I look through it. And these motherfuckers ain't said a word about this shit. And it ain't got shit to do with the black girl with the black baby. Where the black daddy at? This motherfucker almost ran a rig right out the stoplight. There's a flatbed tow truck and the left lane was turning. His ass took off like he was about to turn. That would have been bad. Because them cars, they was coming. That would have been bad. I'm glad that would have been bad. Yeah. I mean, it's just nuts. And this really slides by most people because they're not paying attention to the shit. And everybody's probably more hemmed in on the bread and where the bread's going, who the bread's gonna help. But once you hear about who the bread's gonna help, you're like, so why was the black woman on there? Why the black woman? Why the black baby? Because it's crazy to me. I don't know the people. I don't know their motives, goals, and whatnot. I know they have some bread because they gave up almost $2 million. And I'm thankful for the people of Ypsilanti that it's going to benefit. But what I'm thinking about is like, why did it have to benefit these organizations but then not promote those organizations? Why did it promote something that's just totally untrue? Because that's untrue. Why is that chair right there? Who left the chair? It was raining all night. Who left the chair outside like that? So, yeah, let me look at this shit, man. Let me look at this shit. Just in case a couple people, they coming in late. This is where we at with it. This is where we at. One more time. Yeah. Let's see. I think I gave their names. Okay. James and Marla Gusef. The largest contribution in Ypsilanti's history will fund a number of organizations. The Corner Health Center, Riverside Arts Center, Salvation Army of Washtenaw County, SOS Community Services, Ypsilanti District Library, and Ypsilanti Meals on Wheels. I don't know what that has to do with the black girl with the black baby, other than the Corner Health Center. I guess it could be there. But all this other shit, I'm not sure exactly why that directly points towards them. Meals on Wheels, that's generally for handicapped people, elderly people. The district library, okay, I get it, but not really, not for her. SOS Community Services, ain't that like people that need food too? Salvation Army, we know what they about. How come ain't nobody jumping on the Salvation Army about being against the LGBTQIAAP? That only comes in conveniently around the holidays. How come it ain't coming out now? Are these people, you know, are they anti-LGBT? Do they know about the Salvation Army and what it perpetuates? Riverside Arts Center? I don't know. Can't say that she's in the arts, don't know. But how is it going to help her and her baby directly? Why is her picture on this shit? It was to show that we giving money, because I'm answering the question. It was to show we giving money, and who needs the money the most? Black people. So let's put a black girl with a black baby on there. Yeah. You might think I'm a little far-fetched, but if it didn't happen so goddamn often, you wouldn't think so. But you don't really understand anyway, because you ain't looking for shit like that. I am. I'm constantly looking for white supremacy. And I'm not blaming these two people that gave that money up. Not the two people that gave the money up. Huh? What you say, Parkridge? Stop acting like Parkridge is in Ypsilanti. Stop acting like Parkridge is on the south side. Come on now. Come on, Val. Don't put no cream in your coffee, Val. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, ain't one of the most prominent community centers for black people in Ypsi, Park Ridge? How come that's not on here? And you got all these black politicians that have their meetings, have their little rallies, their little campaign shits over at Park Ridge. You ain't making sure that Park Ridge gonna get some of that bread? See, that's a problem. That's why you don't vote color. See what happened with Beth? She was voting color. She was trying to up black people in Ypsilanti politics and got skewered for it. They put her ass on the rotisserie. You don't vote color. And I don't think she was voting color. I think she was voting depth because Karan had depth. Who else got depth on that city council like Karan Gaines? Who? Hell, the mayor was on city council and she didn't have the same depth. She didn't have the same community involvement. I want y'all motherfuckers who know motherfuckers to see this shit. So please share the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. If they got a problem with me, tell them to pull up. This is stupid. And in 2022, when you go looking for a new mayor, nah, you ain't got to look because the motherfucking candidate is already on city council. They already plotting against Lois. Lois is a pawn. She's not a rook. She's not a bishop. She's a pawn. Left out. Left out. How you gonna leave the most prominent community center in the city for black people off the list? Because you ain't got nobody lobbying for it. You know, now, I know it said it was their favorite organizations. I get it. I get it. But why wouldn't that be one of their favorite organizations? See, IPSI does a lot of stuff, and then the black people of IPSI do a lot of stuff over on the south side. Now, I know they doing their mural. Where's that at? Michigan Ave, north, south. It's on the south side. Where is all that shit that they talking about that they want to help? Most of it's on the north side of Michigan Ave. Big difference, dog. Except the library. As Michael Evans would say on Good Time, the library. I'm telling you, I read between them fucking words, not the lines. Because I don't add shit. I read between the words. And that right there is telling me that the black people in IPSI obviously are not making enough political dent. So these people would have been like, man, they really doing something over there for the people. Because it's not a black community center. It's a community center. But since it's on the south side, most black people go to that community center. It's not a black community center. I've seen white folks in there. And hell, you about to see a whole lot more. Pulling up with Priuses and Chevy Volts and Teslas and shit. Y'all can do what you do and say what you say. But IPSI's fucked up because of leadership. Or the lack thereof. Or the lack thereof. They're fucked up. And they're gonna stay fucked up until they get better leadership. Not transients, not dinosaurs, and not bootlicks. They need real politicians in IPSI, for IPSI, by IPSI. Now, I got into a discussion that said, we were talking about, do they have to be native Ypsilantians? No. But they got to have the heart of IPSI. I mean, putting in a couple decades, okay, you can say you got the heart of IPSI, but where's your progression at? Where's your progression at? Just because you here don't mean you got the heart of IPSI. Where your community involvement at? Now, I ain't talking about no motherfucking church. I ain't talking about no motherfucking lodge. I ain't talking about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck if you a Mason. I don't give a fuck if you a elk. None of that shit matters. And I don't care what raggedy ass church you go to. One of them 27 motherfuckers on the south side that ain't doing shit on the south side. 27 churches on the south side. 27 black churches. I don't know if there's any white churches. I know there's 27 black churches. That's a problem. How you have 27 different sets of parishioners and y'all can't get this shit right politically? If you got 27 churches, you got 27 preachers. And if you got 27 preachers, you got 27 motherfuckers getting paid. Where they at? Where they at? How come ain't none of them preachers on the south side on city council? They ain't got time? They can't break away from counting the bread at their church? And I'm no fool. I understand all them churches ain't bankrolling. But there is some money coming in that bitch. Absolutely. There's money coming in. And if there's people coming in and there's money coming in, there should be resources going out. There should be advocacy going out. I don't see it. We just get bought and sold so easily. We bought and sold. 27 black churches? Come on, man. What y'all doing? Y'all letting this just ride? I'm kind of pissed off that I ain't got a fish or chicken joint over on the south side. Because with 27 black churches, I should be selling hella chicken on Sundays. Hella chicken. They might not come to my spot if I named it hella chicken. Maybe I call it heavenly chicken. I don't know. But there is no advocacy for the South Side. There is no advocacy in Ypsilanti politics. And your state reps, you got your county commissioner and you got your state rep, they ain't doing shit for Ypsi. Look, man, I don't give a fuck if you passing out masks or hand sanitizer. I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that. That was last year's chore, bruh. To see you out in the streets, y'all know who the fuck I'm talking to. All the marching and all that shit. What did it lead to? This? This what it led to? We passing out masks and hand sanitizer? That's your political advocacy? Come on, man. And most motherfuckers gonna be out here like, this nigga don't even live in Ypsi. You goddamn right. I don't. I mean, my shit says Ypsi, but I live in Pittsfield Township. So why the fuck do I care so much? Because I care about black people, you dumb motherfucker. Y'all sit up here and do that dumb shit. Throw parties and shit. Motherfucker, all the motherfucking parties y'all threw all these years, don't nobody own a club yet. Don't nobody own a club. What did it amount to? All the parties. All the cabarets. All the backdrops standing in there with your big leg pants on. And your derbies and your straw hats and your fedoras. And your paper boys and your gators on. What the fuck did it amount to? Because politically, you have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even if you had the spot, because I'm not promoting nightclub ownership, I'm promoting a vessel. You could have meetings there. People could have their birthday party, their kids' birthday parties there. You know, you could do a little community. A nightclub just ain't got to be about hoeing and shit, drinking and dancing. It ain't got to be about that. It could be just a vessel. A nightclub could be a community center. It's just a community center with a motherfucking liquor license. But see, there ain't nobody want to talk about that type of shit. Let's go rent somebody else's club, put some decorations up, take some pictures and shit, and let's have us a party.